Yes. Are you talking to every NPC? Every named NPC? That's how I like to play games. I play them for the story and the characters, not for the mechanics.
Greetings. What now? Nice to be out, I expect. I hear the fieldwork the Scholia Arcana assigns is as dangerous as it is exciting. Grew up in Rothair. Always had a head for letters. Was a bit sickly as a youth, so there was little for me to do but read. Once I was of age, I joined the Scholia. Spent my life growing up around the docks. Love all parts of this city, from high to low. A collection of smarter people I'm sure I've never seen. Stay strong.
I shall, and I also shall take everything from your garden.
Good day.
That's just a normal initiate, and I think now we're done. Gather the items. What items? Which quest? We have done way too many quests. There's a hidden door over here. Oh wait, those don't count as looting? I mean, as stealing? Cool, then we'll take them. Free money. Let's go. Prefect, initiate. Got Adler and Theonin. Those are the two that we need to talk to, actually. A ward and a lock. Somebody really didn't want us to get into this chest. This is where we came from, isn't it? And I'm all into mechanics, yeah. You and I have very different playstyles then. Aoth, The Myth of Mayhem by Valfilian Carr. Fire, that essence which invigorates the imagination of the mind yet stifles the growth of the natural. It is both a weapon and a tool, a source of fascination to all people. Who can help but be mesmerized by the intricacies within a dancing flame? From this single element sparks the spirit of life. For ages few understood its potential, and fewer still have mastered the art of controlling its starved nature. Yet there is a place in the Feylands where it is not only studied but worshipped, for within Aoth there exists a special connection to this otherworldly power. Indisputably, Aoth is the prime nexus of the living flame. In this volume, I will give a brief history of the legendary sanctum and elucidate the mysteries surrounding this ruin. Part 1. The Mythos. The beginning of Aoth are shrouded by the darkness of ages past. According to legend, the temple was a place of communication with Raykor, the god of fire. Before the coming of the architect, the sheet was a panoply, I hate this word, of disparate elemental energies. When the architect first came upon the sheet, he was nearly consumed by a magical wild inferno. He sought to quell the raging fire and diverted the waters of the sheet so that they would fall upon the inferno. With the flames extinguished, he could see the inferno was actually a sanctum of fire. The tale ends with the architect then turning to shape the rest of the sheet. The earliest recorded mention of Aoth comes from the histories of the Durek Alpha War. According to the Docklefar historian Ormond, during the Durek invasion of Alpha Lands, a portion of the Durek army came across a glowing temple carved from stone at the foot of a waterfall. The Durek contingent, being a warlike and foolhardy tribe, entered and disappeared within the depths of the temple. It is possible that the glowing temple in question was any number of ruins found throughout Dalantarth. However, earlier, when writing of the Durek army's route, Ormond describes their trespassing of a sacred Fey place, an enormous tree unlike any others found within the enchanted Fey forest. Yeah, that's Niralim. This would be Caer Niralim of the Ring of Kiosai, found in the sheet and well within half a league of Aoth. The next possible mention of Aoth is in Fey lore, through a verse in the Withering War. And Isa planted the gardens after the storm and nurtured the court of summer by the ruins of fire. Here we find a reference to the ruins of fire near Isa and the court of summer. When taken figuratively, it is an obvious reference to the lands destroyed during the Withering War. However, if a literal interpretation is made, then this must be a direct reference to Aoth. The only other eligible ruins near Isa are either completely lost, or Arduath or Rundamir. Both Arduath and Rundamir are more distinctly hollows of Fey design, rather than a set of ruins. Neither have any connection with fire, nor any known history of being burned during the events of the Withering War. Therefore this phrase must be in reference to Aoth. Ewald, in her works on the Withering War, explains that it occurred shortly after the Order of Ash established the universal principles of magic. Already then is Aoth known as a ruin rather than intact. This further supports the theory that Aoth is centuries older than most ruins found within Dalantarth proper. Given that Ormond specifically describes Aoth as a temple rather than a ruin, we can surmise the timeline for Aoth's ruination to be sometime between the Durek Alpha War and the formation of the Almain Kingdom some 1,100 years later. Yeah, I mean, if it was already a ruin when the Fae fought each other, then yeah, it must be pretty damn old.
Come to have a look at our library, haven't you? We'll take it in.
By the way, poison reduces the damage enemies deal. Oh. I honestly don't pay too much attention to the elemental stuff. It hasn't really made much of a difference to me, to be honest.
I love the campus, but there's too many people who'd rather have their noses in books than in the dirt. Can you believe it? You have the passion for craft as well. Purest form of the Scholia Arcana, I think. Directly interacting with and manipulating the magics of our world. Shame that I have no skill with it myself. There are few others around that might be of help. Or Thanara, or Artan Cade. Studying magic is one thing, but it should be done while walking the plains or the woods or deserts, not in some library. Been a pleasure.
Can't say I disagree with that. Okay, who are you?
Are you here for the evaluation? I've already administered the written copies. This will have to be an oral exam.
No.
Members of all ranks, regardless of their skill, must always know the value of research and perception. I understand your studies with us are a unique situation, so let's consider this practice. Take this book, read it, and understand what it means to be part of our order. The Omnibus Arcana is a staple of the education in our institution. All first-year students are given a copy to study. The lessons involve an introduction to the rigors of studying magic, as well as the value of applying yourself to your studies. Each book is different for every user, but they all impart the same basic knowledge. This is the Omnibus Arcana. It is a magical text that holds the collected knowledge of our order. It is also imbued with a certain form of intelligence. Follow its directions as you would my own.
So a book that's different for everyone who reads it. Nice.
I oversee the library in the Rathir chapter. Many walk the road of knowledge, but I make sure they do so in an orderly manner. This is an introductory text given to all first-year students. It's considered canon. The Rathir chapter has some of the finest collections of manuscripts in the plains of Erethel. I guarantee it. Were it so easy to summarize an institution like the Scholia Arcana in a few short words, books, I think, do it slightly more justice. Goodbye then.
You're an institution for the training and research of magic. Boom. Done. That was easy. Don't make it sound so complicated. Omnibus Arcana. Let's go. This hefty tome contains many blank pages. Okay. How many actual pages does it have? Only 3. Okay. Introduction. Welcome to the Scholia Arcana. You, like so many others before you, have assumed the monumental task of exploring the many facets of magic. This examination is normally given to initiates upon the first year of their studies. It is intended to serve as an introduction to our practices and methods concerning magic. The information contained within the Omnibus Arcana is sealed against unofficial usage, so rest assured that reading this will not result in your unofficial demise. Will it result in my official demise, though? Like, I have to ask. In the pages of this tome, you will embark upon an adventure of knowledge. Your quest is perhaps the greatest of all callings, the study of magic itself. The mages of our order have always been those ready to endure the rigors of research. This test will introduce the foundation of magical inquiry, a process which you will find integral to your studies during your time in the Scholia Arcana. Now, to begin this examination, you must go to the Raphir Chapter House courtyard. There you will find a statue of a woman. Go and observe the statue. Well, we'll see how much of this will actually require magic, because so far I have managed to complete every single one of the quests from this magic school with just, you know, a sword. A great sword. Haven't really had much need to use spells.
Hello.
Consult the text. Lesson 1. Eleanor Brea was one of the founders of our order. Sorceress Brea was born some 800 years ago into a life of bondage. She was blind and lost of her far from Glen Suthane. She suffered under rule of the dictator Jala Sedanos, yet she, like you, possessed a natural talent for magic. Eleanor Brea harnessed this gift to not only escape slavery, but to ultimately free Arafel of Sedanos' rule. She did this through discipline, through a determined commitment to learning the ways of the arcane. Eleanor Brea represents hope to our students. The first lesson to learn from Eleanor is one for all of our order. Eleanor Brea was but one of the founders. Because she was the only one gifted with the use of magic, some consider her the true progenitor of the Scholia Arcana. But were it not for her allies, she would never have succeeded. The other statues in the courtyard represent the other 2 founders of the Scholia Arcana. Remember them well, for it is your quest to become as great as Sorceress Brea herself. You will undoubtedly need the help of others. The second lesson to learn from Eleanor Brea is at the heart of magical study. Eleanor Brea was among the first sorceresses to standardize the use of elements in her spell casting. Before her, magic was a mysterious and imperfect practice. Even the ancient Order of Ash, one of the oldest societies of magic users in all of Amalur, were as wild and ungoverned then as we are orderly and precise today. Eleanor Brea showed us a better way. She linked these elemental energies into a singular rubric. The 3 elements of fire, frost, and lightning were categorized, and the art of evocation finally realized. Were it not for her understanding, we would hardly be able to command magic as we do today. The third and final lesson to learn here is that of discipline. Eleanor Brea was not born a usurper. She did not become one of the most powerful mages in all of the Feylands in the course of a day. It did not happen accidentally, but for years and years of intense practice. If it is your wish to become similarly proficient, you must devote yourself to learning as she did. This will require hours of reading each day. It will involve dangerous and sometimes terrifying experiences. It will test your will and patience as no other obstacle can. And should you be able to continue this regimen, you will undoubtedly become as great as Eleanor Brea herself. Indeed, most applicants of the Scholia Arcana cannot face their potential. Those that can rarely achieve it. Until now, none have been able to surpass their potential, but this may change with you. For the next part of this lesson, you must go to the Raphir Bridge. Stand there and contemplate the bridge. Okay. Not right now, I think we still have other stuff to do. Let's have a look at those other statues. We got a gnome. And we've got Varani, I think. Varani or Almain. I can never tell the two apart. Okay. City Watch, Merchant. As a persuasion trainer. We'll see how good at persuasion they are.
Do show proper respect to the Archsage.
Have we talked to you? Yes, we have talked to you. Okay.
This here's the Oberkant.
Okay, locked.
Come, be at ease. Wyvern Gif are not so stiff or haughty as some great houses. She actually seems to believe Rathir should defend itself, and let the rest of the world rot. I'm truly sorry that her son is ill, but would she wish the healers to let him die because they have no Anwan in their blood? There are 10 great houses that flank the spire's rise, and 2 upon its top. One of those is Wyvern Gif. So do not listen to any idle rumors. I bear no one ill will. If some are too haughty to speak with me, the shame is on their own heads. I get so angry when I hear people speak against Rathir's full engagement in the war. It is a disgrace to us all, and before the eyes of our Losafar cousins too. The great families most of all must show their support for it. Everyone looks to us. I cannot understand Coriana Anwan on this point. I ask you, was there ever any doubt what this Gadflow was? Or that he must be torn from his throne? Why let him stand?
She already lost a husband and 2 daughters to the war, so I'm not surprised that she wants to stay out of it, to be honest.
If it were the custom to take your husband's name, I might have been Tanra Wyvern, and there would have been no sneering whispers. It caused enough of a stir that my husband added his name in front of Gif. Well, I am proud to share it.
Hey Malguardian, how's it going? Alright, are you guys...
Lunar gardens are enchanting. It's always night there.
No, you guys are just normal people. Also, what's up with this congregation over here? Nothing. Okay.
At your service.
On behalf of myself, my wife and my daughter, I welcome you to the Spire Top, and all that House Wyvern Gif can offer.
Good, just made it in time for the last hour, eh? Yeah, you did. But we are still in Rathir, so you haven't actually missed that much. We are still stuck in this city doing quests. We found out that the city guard is corrupt and we're trying to get all the salvage sparrows killed. So we had to kill the city guard captain. So far, nobody seems to be angry about it.
You must forgive my lady Tanra if she sometimes speaks out of temper. It's been very hard for her. You see, some of the great houses have been slower to accept her than basic civility demands they should. You are a student there yourself, are you not? Many of the important and powerful in Rathir have graced those halls. I wish you fortune.
Lots of talking and lots of running back and forth, yes.
The Oberkant is our ruling council. Its members are shrouded except the Elund, who speaks for them. Atop the spire, you will find the 2 preeminent great houses, Anwan and our own. You will also find the Scholia Arcana, the Oberkant, and the Temple of Lyria. I am a spiritual man myself and visit the temple gardens daily. The High Priestess offers blessings, counsel, and fate-weaving. It is peculiar, I confess, that we kept my name, but the Wyverns are a very old family, and all agreed it was best if it were joined with Gif. You mean the Song of My Heart? She's the sweetest thing. Though I worry her mother coddles her some. Very good, then.
Alright, we have met the wife, we have not met the daughter yet. But I'm guessing we'll get to that in a bit.
Good evening, my lady.
He is a servant. Let's see if we have anything. No. Nothing important.
I am the governess of Miss Wyvern Giff. It is my duty to train my charge in matters of speech and persuasion. I will confess, there are days I yearn for a more eager pupil. A topic that interests you? Would you like to learn some of the art? I am confident a small lesson would be permitted by the house.
She's like, thank God, finally somebody who actually wants to hear what I'm saying. Maximum skill allowed 3. Okay, yeah, that's not happening, sorry.
We are a people of subtle speech and hidden hands. All around us at great beauty, yes, but what does it hide? I do not blame her. Were her parents more persuasive themselves, such willfulness would have been smothered long ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I would love to train with you, but you have nothing to tell me. There's nothing we need. Nothing we need. Hello.
Did my parents send you? Are you some sort of new instructor? You're not an instructor? I thought they might have sent another. They've had Majessa here for almost a year now. She does always get me to attend to her lessons somehow, though I'm not sure how she does it.
That's why it's called the art of persuasion.
I know what they want. They want to marry me to some snotty, spoiled son of another great house. Then I can become Maewyn Wyvern Giff Fiddlestuffs. I suppose it's nice enough, but then I wouldn't know. I have nothing to compare it to. I don't know which is worse, the snotty wyverns or the foolish fawning gifts.
Oh, she sounds like she wants to go out and have adventures with the commoners.
What is this? Have my parents seen this? Oh, Lunala's starry smile. Yes, yes, and yes to Chloracon. Think of it. They won't like it when they hear, but what can they do? Buy me out of it? No, not this time. Thank you, stranger. Thank you.
That is the most enthusiastic war recruit that I have seen in this game. Everybody else is like, no, not the war, I'm gonna die. Shit, I don't even know how to hold a sword. She's like, yes! Finally, off to battle, let's go.
Imagine, right in the thick of the war, and me with a sylvan spear, facing red-eyed howling Tuatha. And life beyond the spire.
Yeah. She's got Theoden's speech memorized from the third Lord of the Rings movie.
Don't mind me.
She's riding out there like, death!